Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the kiteboarding event you've all been waiting for. I'm Adrian Kerr, that's Colin Carroll. Welcome to the Whaleys.
So these prestigious awards, Adrian, what are our winners going to be receiving?
Well, the most important awards and the top awards will receive an amazing Whaleys trophy from us and a letter signed by me, kissed by Colin.
That kiss at the end of the letter, bring it up. I didn't use my lips for that, so... Our first award of the night is Best Movie of 2020. Best Kite Movie, because otherwise they're contending with like Tenet and stuff, which is it's not realistic. So the nominations are Death of Park by Alexander James Lewis Alexander, Tunnel Vision by Kiahi, Light Work by Steezy Wonder, Grease Training Edit 2020 by Liam Whaley. Adrian, who's our winner?
Well, Colin, the Whaley goes to Tunnel Vision by Kiahi Diaboites. Let's hear from Kiahi.
Wow, thanks guys. I'm so stoked to win this award, and it's been really cool to see how much of a positive response Tunnel Vision got. It was a dream come true for me to work on this project. I wanted to step away from the tour and focus a little bit more on chasing some swells around and just really showing people what's possible in kite surfing. And thanks for everyone that watched it. I'm stoked that everyone liked it, and yeah, thanks for giving me this award.
Moving swiftly onwards, the next award, you're not going to want to win this one. We came up with some shockers because, to be honest, it didn't really feel right to just be handing out loads of kind of congratulations. Oh, well done, well done. So yeah, we've come up with some awards that you really don't want. This is one of them, and it's Worst Media Effort of 2020. Who are the nominations, Adrian?
The finalists are GKA Distance Battle Day 1. We could probably done all the days, but let's focus on Day 1. Robbie James and Valentin Rodriguez vlog debut. I think they realised that vlogs, I think they're doing a yearly vlog, so that'll be interesting to see their second vlog. And the last one is Colin getting confused about F1.
Ow, sorry, what? A Formula One rider?
No, the F1 right, F1 kite, F1 kite.
Oh! Yeah, I did think that I shouldn't really be in Worst Media Effort considering it's my awards thing, but if I'm being real with myself, that was appalling.
What was worse, Colin, is you actually thought that a Formula One driver was competing at cold Hawaii games. That's actually the funny part. Anyway, the award goes to the GKA Distance Battle Day 1.
The boy's definitely got a good smile. He's a good looking guy coming all the way from Australia for a third time. James Guru, are you there?
By the way, that's not like Frozen.
Colin, have you ever seen a guy hold a smile for that length of time looking directly at a camera? It's very impressive. I think at some stage it was like 30 seconds unmoving, smiling, just nodding, throwing shuckers.
The most moving kite-related poetry is our next award. It's been quite the journey for that genre of art over the years. It's really blossomed. Everyone's taking to it, having a pop at some GCSE poetry, which is, yep. Anyway, our first nomination is North Kiteboarding with It Calls. I'll just recite a little bit now. It stirs, the alchemy, the stirring within, the elements already, they sing to us. It calls. And I didn't really do it justice because the Irish woman really sort of, but there we are. Next up,
It was beautiful.
in nomination spot 2, thank you Adrian, is Kai Lenny. Are we ready? Now it's not exactly a poem, but it is him desperately trying to be poetic. Yeah, it's for a TV advert, so yeah, anyway. It is an incredible place to be emotionally allowed to draw lines and manoeuvres on these giant walls of water that serve as a canvas for me.
The third nomination for most moving kite-related poetry is Duotone, Between the Walls. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it as James
Please.
Carew. I'm going to have to get my Aussie voice on. What defines a house? The ache for a home lives in all of us. But here, shelter is not guaranteed. So all you can do is always be prepared to hold your breath. Hold it. Hold it. Now breathe. This house is not made of bricks. It's where we bond. It's where we get challenged. We were just looking for a simple roof over our heads, but as soon as we surrendered, she gave us a home. Thank you, James. My best Aussie accent yet.
There's our winner, I reckon, because I am actually quite moved by that. Next up is Rider's Rider of the Year. And the riders really would like this one, I can tell, just by what it's called. So, the nominations are, Adrian, do you have them?
I do. Yannick Zagorzycki, Tom Bridge, and Joshua Emmanuel.
So, I vote Tom Bridge, and not just because I've been for a sleepover at his house once, but because he has done something that is more difficult than those other two, which is he has sold freestyle with the kite high to people that I would never have thought would be keen on it. But he's done it out of sheer imagination and creativity on the water, and that for me makes him Rider's Rider.
Yeah, I tend to agree, but the good thing about all these finalists is they are, each and every one of them are pushing the sport in a new way. Obviously, you know, Yannick is bringing a sort of new twist to big air. Josh is really bringing these affinity loops. So, I mean, these three guys are pushing the sport in new ways, and I tend to agree. I thought what Tom has done this year with light work is impressive, and let's see how he goes at King of the Air up against these two. I tell you what, that could be the nail in the coffin, but I'm with you. The Whaley goes to Tom Bridge, in my opinion.
If Joshua manages to pull off the infinity loop, I will give him every single award in the Whaleys. He worst media effort right through to Rider's Rider. He can just have them all, because it'd be that impressive and impossible. Let's hear from Steezy Wonder himself in his kitchen.
Yo. What was I going to say? Ah, fuck. 1 minute. Yo. I want to thank Adrian and Colin for put on the Whaleys. But yeah, cheers to everyone who voted. If people even did vote. I don't know what the award is. But one thing. So yeah, cheers all. It's probably something like shittest kite of the year.
The next award goes to Hottest Couple. Again, a very, very tough award, but the finalists are Lewis and the quiz moderator, Linus Erdman and himself, your cousin Colin Carroll, and Rich Sabo. The award goes to Lewis and the quiz moderator.
You will be joined tonight, of course, by the official adjudicator, Courtney McDonald, in the corner over there.
She moderated the shit out of those quizzes, and good on to her. Wow, what a dynamic duo. They're our winners tonight. Fantastic. We did almost give it to Colleen and Rich, but then we thought those two are a bit too pleased with themselves. Like, how can you possibly be that happy? That's disgusting.
And we didn't want to be accused of any nepotism as well by giving it to your direct bloodline.
I would probably be going out with Colleen if we weren't.
Okay. The next award is for Philosopher of the Year. The finalists are Joe Siestala, and I'm going to read one of his. Is it a quote? Do we call this a quote, or we call this pure philosophy? Let's go with philosophy. When a storm is coming, all the birds retreat and move away seeking shelter. The eagle, on the other hand, crosses the storm, flying above it. The turbulent winds make it possible to soar higher and gain perspective.
Next up is Rita. Here's a little something from her. The journey is never ending. There's always gonna be growth, improvement, adversity. Align yourself with the cosmos rhythm and let your soul flow with nature.
Beautiful.
And our third nomination, Paula Novotna, coming in hot with this one. My life in bikini, Monday to Sunday, sunrise to sunset. Wow. I mean, to me, the winner's pretty obvious. What do you reckon, Adrian? Should we give it to Paula?
I think we give it to her because it's original. I mean, clearly that's clearly that's an original quote. I mean, the simplicity of it is perfection.
Straight from the heart as well. You can tell she meant that.
This next award is for the 2020 Young Rider of the Year. This is one of our main awards and very hotly contested. What do you think about these younger guys coming on the scene, Colin?
I wish they didn't exist, really.
So these guys are all under the age of 16 and riding at the highest level. The finalists are Max Tullett, Jamie Overbeek and Capucine Delanois. And the Whaley goes to Jamie Overbeek.
Thanks Adrian and Colin for giving me this award. I'm pretty stoked for winning this one.
2 awards left. And one of them is one that Adrian just did not want. He was like, no, what is the point? That is stupid. But I stuck with it and I said, no, Adrian, I'm not doing this whole thing if we don't have this one. It's the biggest Whaley. Who is the biggest Whaley? There's only one person that can win this. We don't have a video entry thing from him because he wanted nothing to do with the awards, but I'm sure he's very proud, secretly proud about them. So well done to Liam, the biggest Whaley of 2020.
I think he was proud. He was pretty happy about it in the podcast, I think. Why didn't he send in a video? Did we ask him?
He was overjoyed.
I think we forgot to ask him.
I think I did ask him. He was like, no, I don't trust you. You're going to do something weird with it. I know you. Probably would have, to be fair, so good call from him.
The final award tonight is for the 2020 Rider of the Year. Now, Colin and I decided not to have a male rider or female rider. We decided to have one rider because if you're good enough, you're good enough in our eyes. The finalists are Jesse Richmond, Anjali Bouillou, Kevin Langouret, Maxine Chablot, and Mika Alisol. Colin, should we talk a little bit about these guys first before we announce the winner?
So Jesse's in there for winning King of the Air, obviously.
Anjali's in there for her performance at King of the Air and just breaking down boundaries. I think that was unbelievable what we saw at the start of the year this year, and really did amazing things for female sport.
Kevin's in there for Cold Hawaii and for starting his own kite brand and sticking with it through a nasty recession and pandemic.
Very prestigious event, the Cold Hawaii, by the way. It was the only fly-to event, and by how tough it was to get into the King of the Air was probably a good move. Maxime Chablot was in there for the GKA, for his Mode 9, for his winning the distance battle. I mean, he pretty much, he is a very strong contender here for this award.
And lastly, we got Mika, who not only dominated every competition she entered this year, but she also was the second woman to land that double handle pass.
I definitely know Bruna will start looking to bring them back into her competition, so I'm expecting good things from female kiteboarding and female freestyle moving forward.
It's the race to be the first to land it in the competition now, because that's what really counts. If you can do it under pressure in a heat, you've really got it dialed. So.
But after much deliberation, Colin and I decided that the 2020 Rider of the Year is Anjali Bouillou. Let's hear from Anjali.
Hello, it's Anjali. I heard that I won the award. I'm really honored, thank you very much. Honestly, I'm not sure of really what is it, but it's really cool, thank you very much. And I wish you a wonderful day. Ciao!
How amazing was that? Just the woman who has achieved the most significant thing all year, competing in the King of the Air as the first woman and pulling a major trick out the bag right when the pressure was at its highest, and there she is in the back of her van just thanking 2 idiots for an award she doesn't even know what it's about.
We're feeling for him in that harness, but here we go. Anjali Bouillou, first move in Red Bull King of the Air for a woman is super clean. Anjali, you absolute legend.
Yeah, total madness.
I think you summed it up perfectly. you know, coming into next year's King of the Air or the next King of the Air, I think she might even ride better without that pressure, you know. She's got that sort of first tournament blues off. But you know what I like most, Colin? I look at that video and I just see a person who's living in a van, doesn't look like she's got a care in the world. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
Alright listeners, that was the Whaleys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as me and Adrian enjoyed coming up with them and filming this. From the bottom of mine and Adrian's hearts, we want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and let's hope 2021's a bit better.
Are you waving? Are you waving?
Should we wave?
Yeah, I'm doing the wave.
I'm waving.
I'm one hand.
I'm bloody waving.
Inside hand only. Right, from my side?
I think we're good too.
Dude, that was good. That was actually our best one, I think.